What's up, YouTubers? This is your boy, Big Metroid Fan 12, coming to you with another video game review. This time I'm reviewing the game Tetris Plus, which was released on the Nintendo Game Boy, PlayStation, and Sega Saturn by Natsume. And this is pretty much the classic Tetris game with some additional modes besides the classic mode, you know what I'm saying? Now, the following modes in Tetris Plus are as follows. You got the classic Tetris mode, there's the versus mode, edit mode, and puzzle mode, you know what I'm saying? Now, which it makes it technically 4 different modes for you to play, you know. Now, with the classic mode, it's pretty much basically the classic Tetris that you played. If you play like the NES version or the Game Boy version where you have to clear enough blocks to get to the next level, and like the higher levels that you get to, the faster the blocks come down, you know what I'm saying? So you have to keep on going until you actually lose, you know what I'm saying? And that is pretty much basically the gist of the classic mode, you know what I'm saying? Now, the puzzle mode is pretty much like the classic mode, but they just added some rules to it, you know what I'm saying? Where pretty much the goal of the puzzle mode is to get the professor to the bottom of the stage, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much the screen where the goal line is, and you have to clear a certain number of blocks to pretty much get them to the door to the next stage and everything. Plus, you have to deal with a spiky roof that like comes down each time you're unable to clear a particular line of blocks. You know what I'm saying? So you do have to worry about that as far as an extra challenge is concerned. You know. Now the versus mode is your basic 2-player co-op where you and somebody else go heads up in the game of like classic Tetris and everything. Now with the Game Boy version, you would need 2 Game Boys and 2 copies of Tetris Plus to actually play the game. You know what I'm saying? And with the Sega Saturn version and PlayStation version, all you need is just 2 controllers just to do that. You know what I'm saying? Plus, you need the cable link for the Game Boy version too. You know what I'm saying, to play the 2-player mode. You know what I'm saying. Now the edit mode is pretty much you can make your own like different puzzles. You know what I'm saying. You can load a level, test out one of the games that you made and stuff like that, and it's pretty much what you do is create your own 10 stage puzzle in the puzzle mode and everything. Now, first, the graphics and design of Tetris Plus, they're pretty good, you know what I'm saying? And they have some nice color palettes to it, you know. Now, the controls and gameplay are pretty good also, but I do have to note that if you play Tetris on the NES or Game Boy, you know what you're getting yourself into, you know what I'm saying? You're going to be in like familiar territory and all that, you know what I'm saying? Now, the soundtrack is pretty good, even though I'm not a big fan of this game's soundtrack and all that, you know what I'm saying? But I do like the different modes that Tetris Plus has to offer in that it has a lot of replay value, you know what I'm saying, with the 4 modes, you know what I'm saying? Like with the edit mode, once you complete what you want to do in that, you can go back and just play them and let somebody else play it, you know what I'm saying? And it gives people, a lot of people that never played the edit mode after you get done with it won't be like as familiar with it as the classic mode, but it does bring some challenge to it, you know. Now, I would recommend Tetris Plus to anybody that's a fan of the Tetris franchise or anybody that's a gamer and all that. You know what I'm saying? But I can put emphasis on the fact that which version of Tetris Plus you want to play and buy It really depends on which console that you prefer, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's PlayStation, Game Boy, or Sega Saturn, you know. As far as the score, I definitely give it an 8 out of 10, you know what I'm saying? Not bad, but I'm just not fond of the like soundtrack and all that, you know what I'm saying? With that being said, if you like Tetris Plus, you can mention it in the comment section of the video. If you have a specific preference to one of the versions, whether it's the Game Boy, PlayStation, or Sega Saturn version, you can also mention that. With that being said, if you like this video, don't hesitate to click the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification button. This is your boy Big Metro Fan 12 signing off.